Lyon is a sprawling World Heritage Site that includes a large Revolution Old Town, Roman ruins, historic industrial districts, and the regal 19th century Presqu'île quarter. The city was formed 2,000 years ago at the conflation of the Rhône and Saône rivers, and it became wealthy through the silk trade. This industry provided magnificent Renaissance architecture in Vieux Lyon, where semi-hidden passageways known as Traboules connected courtyards to the Saône. Let's explore the best things to do in Lyon. Number 1. Vieux Lyon. You can walk through one of Europe's largest Renaissance old quarters. Lyon's silk industry flourished in the 15th, 16th, and 17th centuries, and wealthy merchant families from France, Flanders, Germany, and Italy settled there. They built ravishing homes in the Gothic, Italian Renaissance, and French Renaissance styles, and there are still 300 of them in the Saint Jean, Saint George, and Saint Paul's districts. It was estimated that there were 180,000 looms in the city during the 16th century, and you can see how this industry merged with the fabric of the city in Vieux Lyon's distinctive Traboules. Number 2. Traboules. Traboules are delightful Renaissance passageways that run underneath the buildings in the direction of the Saône River, and are an architectural feature unique to the city in Vieux Lyon and La Croix-Roussillon. They provided immediate access to the riverbank for the city's silk workers, making it quick and easy to transport textiles while also providing shelter from the elements. It's best to proceed quietly because nearby all of these passageways are private property. The area around Quai Fouchiron-Roland and Rue des Trois Maries is the best place to begin your adventure. Number 3. Fourvière Basilica. This magnificent church, visible from the Fourvière hill to the west of town, is one of a succession of iconic hilltop churches built in major French cities in the late 19th century. The basilica is located in Lyon's oldest district, a pilgrimage site where several Roman sites have been discovered. Inside, see the lavish interiors and the Museum of Sacred Art, and climb the North Tower for one of Lyon's best photo opportunities. The church serves as the focal point for the annual Fête des Lumières, which takes place at the beginning of December. This is a tribute to the Virgin Mary, to whom Fourvière is dedicated for saving the city from bubonic plague in the 17th century. Number 4. Parc de la Tête d'Or. A little north of the city center is one of the nation's largest urban parks, complete with a zoo and France's foremost botanical garden. If you're in town in the spring, the International Rose Garden should be one of your first stops. The botanical attractions are also phenomenal, with over 20,000 plant varieties and the most elegant 19th century greenhouses imaginable, thick with the scent of chlorophyll. The African plain with zebras, lions, and giraffes, and the expanding lake for epic pedal boating voyages in the summer make the park a must-see for families with children. Number 5. Presqu'île. Presqu'île, a finger of land between the Rhône and Saône, was created by a massive 18th century urban engineering project that drained marshes and connected what was once an island with dry land. The district of magnificent 19th century architecture, wide plazas, shops, cultural centers, coffee shops, restaurants, bars, and nightclubs is where most things happen in the city. The Opera House and City Hall are located here. And if you're hungry, Rue Mercière is essentially one long line of excellent restaurants. If you're here to shop, start at the pedestrianized Rue de la République, which is lined with high street stores. Number 6. Musée de Beauzar de Lyon. The Musée de Beauzar, housed in a former abbey from the 1600s, is France's second largest fine art museum after the Louvre in Paris. There are 70 rooms with paintings ranging from the 1300s to the 1900s, sculptures and displays of Egyptian and Oriental art. You don't need to be an art expert to be impressed by the wealth of famous French and European artists on display. Degas, Van Gogh, Renoir, Cézanne, El Greco, Canaletto, Picasso, Max Ernst, and Francis Bacon, to name a few. The Antiquities Department houses over 600 ancient Egyptian artifacts, such as reliefs, busts, statuettes, and sarcophagi, as well as massive gates retrieved from the Medamud Temple. Number 7. Ancient Theatre of Fouvier. This landmark is also located on the Saône River's left bank. It is still used as a performance stadium during the Nuit de Fourvière Drama Festival every June and July, 2,000 years after it was built. The cavea could have held 10,000 spectators at its peak. but only the middle and lower terraces remain. However, where the seating has been removed, the fascinating cavea substructure can be seen, which extends far up the hillside. The theater was discovered in the late 1800s and restored over the next 40 years. Artifacts discovered here and at the nearby Orient are on display at the Gallo-Roman Museum. Number 8. Gallo-Roman Museum of Lyon-Fourvière. If Fourviere's extensive Roman ruins whet your appetite for more ancient history, this modern museum is on hand to provide some context. The structure is noteworthy because it is partially underground and was excavated from the hillside next to the Roman theater. A spiraling concrete ramp is surrounded by futuristic, bunker-like galleries. There's a lot to see at the museum, but the Circus Games mosaic, which dates from the 2nd century and depicts a chariot race with astounding technical skill, is a must-see. There's also the Gaulish Coligny calendar and the Lyon tablet, which is a transcription of a speech delivered by Roman Emperor Claudius in the 1st century. Number 9. Lyon Cathedral. The magnificent cathedral of the city is a mostly Gothic structure built between the 12th and 15th centuries. The majority of the original stained glass windows, which date from the 1300s, are still in place. During World War II, they were dismantled and packed away to protect them from bomb damage. The north, south, and west roses, as well as the apse's lancet, are the most mesmerizing. The 9-meter-tall astronomical clock inside was placed in the 1300s. An astrolabe, added in the 1600s, can show the position of the Earth, Sun, and Moon beneath the main clock face. And finally, number 10. Lyon's murals. Lyon is also worth exploring because of its murals. There are approximately 100 large paintings on city walls, often in working-class neighborhoods and on social housing, so they can draw you to places you might not otherwise visit. However, there are a few that must be seen. In the United States, there is an outdoor museum with 25 murals, mostly painted in the 1980s, depicting the career of architect Tony Garnier, who designed this district in the 1920s. Fresque de Lyon introduces visitors to 24 historical figures and 6 contemporary people, 2 of which have since died, who are important to the city. So that's the end of the video. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and press the notification bell so you never miss out on our next videos. Until the next video, take care.